I'm back. So one thing I want to talk about is when you're starting up your parties. And what I have been doing is I've always, contacted the hostess, explained to her what her role was, sent her the success tips and tricks that you can find at the top of the Lash Out Loud team page in the files section. And I just usually screenshot that and send that to them. But one thing that I have changed and has been helping is that I like to give the hostess an expectation, some goals. So people seem to work towards that if you set that out for them. So she needs to know that she's going to be posting some of her own testimonials, also some of her own selfies, but she can send them to you first. I always recommend that they do send them to me first before they post them, so that I can maybe edit it up a little bit, just because I have the tools. I do this every single day, to know how to create a good selfie, basically. So you'll want to explain to her that she wants to be in natural sunlight, that she wants to be facing like a window, typically not your bathroom. That's not a great place to take a selfie, because the lighting is just not good in people's bathrooms. So by a window is good, and just getting that natural light. So explain those things to her, because people don't know this stuff. They don't take selfies for a living like we do. So explain that kind of stuff to her. Also, give her the goals. So for example, like your first goal obviously is going to be to qualify. So you need $200 to qualify. So you want to tell her that. And break it down into mascaras. So right now we're doing double points. So technically she can sell 5 mascaras-ish and qualify her party. So that is a good thing to say. Like, our first goal is going to be to sell 5 mascaras, or at least, we want to reach this many points. I think it's, 200 points? 200 points to qualify. So you'll want to explain those kinds of things to her. So, and then once she hits that, then announce those things on her party too. Like, we're one mascara away from the first goal, whatever. Because people want to help. So that's a good way for them to help and to actually put their order in, now instead of later or whatever. Okay, and then once that goal is hit, you'll want to say, okay, so-and-so hostess, this is your next goal. Have you talked to any of your friends are they interested in any other types of products? Like, what can I post for you? Is anyone interested in like mineral pigments or BB cream or foundation or glosses or liners? What kinds of things are your friends interested? What have you found out? And post those things. Do some videos on them, like I said again. Okay, so those are just some basic video party tips. And be yourself, obviously, when you're posting. Talk like you talk to normal people. I mean, it doesn't need to be all salesy. Just talk like normal, if that makes sense, okay? I have been posting more of like myself types of pictures, like my own selfies, that kind of stuff. Not all the time, but a lot of times, just to make sure that they're safe and they're not spammed pictures, because I know my pictures are not spammed. So they're safer to keep you out of, any other Facebook problems that some of us have had. Okay, okay, so that is pretty much all on parties. The other things that I want to talk about is, I want you guys to start bragging about your team and even about yourself, because, we don't all know what's happening in your business. If something really great is happening in you, the only pinpointed thing that I have to see like what people are doing in their business is my back office. And my back office doesn't tell me that, I don't know, that somebody jumped out of their comfort zone and made a video, or sold a mascara out of their purse at their kid's soccer game, or, any of that kind of stuff. I can't see that in my back office. So because this is a social media business and we're not face to face all the time, it is really important for us to uplift each other and encourage each other and inspire each other. So I would love to hear your stories. I know all the other girls on the team would love to hear your stories. So tell your sponsor about what you're doing. And sponsors, tell us what people are doing because we want to know. Okay? All right, so that's another thing. So I am going to actually start a little, I think like a little post or something. I'm just going to create a post. It's the best way to do it now. I'm just going to call it Brag Blog. And whenever you have something that you want to brag about on your team or on yourself, we're never going to think of it like that. We're never going to think of it as like you're bragging, but we're calling it that. Okay. So Brag Blog, and just post whatever you can say that you're doing in your business that is a positive thing. Okay. So yay. All right. So much to say, you guys. Okay. Okay. One other thing I want to talk about is, okay, Fast Start. I know that I should probably make another video for this, but for Fast Start, that I'm not sure if everybody knows what that is. And I want to make sure that anybody who's been in at less than 90 days, if you started your business less than 90 days ago, you can qualify for a bonus called Fast Start, and it is awesome. Okay, so what you do is you would create 2,000 PRS. So whenever your business hits 2,000 PRS, if that's within 90 days, and you have 3 people that you have personally signed to become a presenter, you automatically get $250 in YCash in your account, and you hit something called Fast Start, and you get a little cool charm that says Fast Start on it, and to add to your collection of all of the charms that you're going to be collecting from your unique bracelet, which you will get when you're green. But in the meantime, you get these charms, and they're actually really fun. So, but the $250 YCash is really fun. So you can use that for anything that you want. You can use it. When I personally hit it, I used it to build my business, to start up my business. Like, I bought mascaras to sell on hand, which I sold for $33. And remember, I paid nothing for them because I used YCash. So I made $33 on every single one that I sold. I also bought pigments, like a whole 10 set of a collection of 10 to use as, giveaway items or incentives for parties, incentives for hostesses, whatever. So I just used all that kind of stuff to kind of start my business up. So it's a great way to do that, and to create some extra cash too. So if you have started your business in less than 90 days, that is something you definitely want to focus on. Another thing is, have you guys seen the trip incentive points for Jamaica? What? If you have not, go to your back office right now, click on trip incentives, I think it's called, or something like that, you'll know. And we are all totally open to go on this Jamaica trip, girls. So I want to have as many people there as possible. It's going to be so fun. A completely unique cruise trip with all unique presenters. What? Yeah, so fun. Okay, so, and anybody can go as long as you have to get 25,000 points. And I am telling you, there are lots of ways to get that. And just because you're newer and you think that maybe, oh, I'll never get that, you probably have an easier chance of getting it than someone like me, because there are all these ways to get it for people who are just starting out. So nobody is out on this. Everybody has an opportunity to do it. Go check and see how many you have. Okay. All right. I think that's it for now, because this is like ridiculously long. Thanks for sticking with me. There is another thing that I'm going to talk about racking out the red, and I will make a new video on that since this is already 10 minutes long. Okay. All right. So I will talk to you chicks later. Get going on your checklist because you want that done by tomorrow.